It's the NFL on EA Sports, and everyone's watching Jackson Smith-Njigba. He comes into this one 5th in the NFL in touchdown receptions. It's the Titans and the Texans. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. You talk about this Titan defense. They were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Well, this defense for the Titans, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Hunter Henry brings it in. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. They juked him. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's caught. Touchdown, Texans. Jake Ferguson, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Texans get the upper hand as they're on the board 1st here this afternoon.
This is where, as a tight end, you've got to really sell that this is a run. They're going to fake the give, hope the linebackers bite, and here they do just enough. That split second, that's all it takes for that tight end to win.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. The numbers on the ground for Pacheco last week. 17 carries, 87 yards, and a touchdown.
One thing I do know, teams in the NFL don't treat this like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter. It's been mentioned all week long about going out and getting him the rushing title. He'll see the ball, and he'll see it often.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Running game working. Good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. The Texans at 8-7, a game over 500 on the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. As they've got it as we resume action. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming, pick them up, pick them up. And someone jumped.
He'll look to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Calvin Ridley. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Texans are able to stretch out their lead. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening, but they found the opening and exploited it.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in week 5. And it was the visiting Texans who came away with a victory. So they'll look to take the season series if they can win here in Houston. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
2nd and 3. Complete. It's Henry. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 37. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out and ended up with an interception in that game at 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. On third down, it's Pacheco. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the...
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down. On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Third and 5. They'll set up to throw. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
Brings up second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So that is not the way you want to begin the half when you're only up by 1 score. A turnover right away.
And my guess that in the locker room, that's what the defensive coordinator on the other side was saying. We've got to find a way to get the football back for our offense. And they were able to do it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man, that's Henry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
On first and 10, here's Pacheco. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them. And boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Pacheco gets it again on second down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Out of the gun now on third down. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That's just flat out a terrific play because it's rare that you see a hitch route batted down. That means someone read that one really well.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
2nd and 9 now. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he's able to skip away from that first defender on his way to a pickup of 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down, because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good game.
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
3rd and 2. A handoff now for Pacheco. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 84 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Running left to give to Pacheco. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now 2nd and 5. This is Pacheco. Oh, some strong running. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Hunter Henry, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans add 6 to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away. Pacheco gets it and tries the left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so...
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Texans look like...
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
They'll roll him out right. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big...
Now they try with Pacheco.
There he goes left side. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
170 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Here's Pacheco once again.
And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Once more, it's Pacheco.
And this time he is in.
Isaiah Pacheco.
His 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year.
And the Texans are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD.
Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. The
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have